Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to a new edition of our show titled Speak of Africa. Brothers and sisters, we thank you very much for the support you're giving us. We realize that you missed us for the last few weeks when we were not able to put some new videos, but we're happy we're back and we're inviting you to continue watching. We're encouraging you to continue sharing the content with your friends and family members. For the people who provide us news and stories, we thank you very much for being content providers. You are really doing an incredible job. We appreciate it a lot. And we notice that most of the viewers are also commenting. We appreciate your comments, and we always read every comment you make. The comments really give us good feedback, so we really know what you're thinking. You guys are very, very engaged, especially the topic we had last week with the Chinese colonialism in Africa. In fact, you guys are really into the subject, and we are all agree that we have to chase the Chinese out of our continent. But you know, on this show, a subject that is constant is self-reliance, self-help. Instead of borrowing from other countries, we like to preach the gospel of self-reliance, localization, indigenization, domestication. We have to rely on ourselves. We have to help ourselves because nobody can really help us genuinely. So if we think people are helping us, we're really making a mistake. And that's the foolishness of most of our leaders. For the show of today, we're going to continue talking about self-reliance. We're going to talk about Africa. Africa is playing pandemic politics and winning big. When you look at what is happening the last few days, Africa is in the news. In fact, in January, when the coronavirus broke out in Wuhan, China, the whole world was already preaching mayhem for Africa. They were feeling like too many people are going to die in Africa because the leaders cannot really help them. They are on their own. They cannot do much, so a lot of Africans are going to die. But things have not worked that way. The way things have worked out, Africans are paying attention to the gospel of self-help and self-reliance. They are coming up with cure for the pandemic, the corona pandemic, and this is something that we load very, very much because for the first time, our people are showing that they don't have to rely on the West. They can take care of themselves, okay? And the West is really disappointed. In fact, before we came to the studio today, the pandemic had already taken over 82,000 people in the United States. Even though a lot of people have died in Africa, but when we look at the numbers comparatively, Africa is faring better. Africa is faring better because our people decided that they're not just going to rely on foolish leaders. They're going to take things into their own hands and protect themselves. And things are working very, very well. And when you look at what is happening in Africa today, for the show of today, we're going to show you what is really happening. It's like Africa is flexing its muscles. Africa is free. Africa is creative. Instead of waiting for the West to come with a solution for the coronavirus, Africans are looking for solutions themselves. Africans are going back to homegrown solutions. They are going back to herbal cures. And that's really what we applaud on this show. And it's working. If you look at most of these herbal cures, let's take the example of Madagascar, because I think that is the best example in Africa. President Andry Rajoelina is really doing an incredible job. He's leading. We have a video on leadership. This is a video about a guy talking, this guy is from Dubai. An African was asking him, how come your country, a country with no resources, how come Dubai has emerged? The guy said it's because we have good leadership. We have leaders who don't accept bribes.
You know, a lot of people wonder how Dubai became a very big, famous and rich city.
You see, if you're comparing with Nigeria, listen to this. Nigeria has oil before than Dubai. It's a history. They are more rich than us. They have agriculture, they have mining, they have everything, you name it, they have it. Am I right or wrong? When you have a true leadership, which we have nothing, but we have everything because we have the right leadership. That's the only thing you need, a right leader for your country, not corruption. That's what brings your country at the top. You don't need anything. We want water. We don't have agriculture.
This is also the case with Andry Rajoelina, the president of Madagascar. The World Health Organization, we're going to talk about it quite a bit on this show today because right now an African leads this organization. But the African is a puppet of China, is beholden to European interests. He doesn't really care about Africa. These people were trying to bribe the president of Madagascar with a lot of billions of dollars so that he can poison the product that Madagascar has created to save their people. Artemisa, COVID organics. This is the product Madagascar has produced to help the population. So far, today we just heard that Madagascar registered the first incident of death in the country from COVID. This is spectacular because Madagascar is also sharing its new cure with other African countries. President Buhari of Nigeria just received a consignment from Madagascar. The president of the Comoros Islands just received a shipment. Chad just received a shipment from Madagascar. So Madagascar is doing an excellent job sharing these resources with other African brothers and sisters because they care about other Africans. And we salute President Andry Rajoelina. He's doing a great job. And we like the fact that he refused to take bribes from the World Health Organization to poison the treatment for COVID and kill his people. A foolish leader, I don't want to name names, most of the foolish leaders would have taken this money. But you can see President Andry Rajoelina fighting for his people. Why would the people not love him? Why would the people of Africa not love this president? He's doing everything possible to care for his people and to care for other Africans. That's the example we like people who said it. He's setting a good example for other Africans to emulate. He's giving these products freely to other Africans, okay, to show his goodwill. Who would not remember President Rajoelina when this crisis is over? Similarly, we also have positive stories about Africans taking the law into their own hands and doing stuff.
Hey, yo, Shape, I thought you was gonna take me to this place so I could get my taxes done. You know I'm trying to buy a new house. What's up?
Let's get it on. If you're searching for a house, call up my man Prince Ojong, the best in real estate. Take it from your guy Shape. When I say his services are the best in the states, word is born. He even take care of your tax forms, fat refunds. So come, get your business done. Consultations, financial organization, fast processing, no waiting. This man is amazing. The Prince.
Act now and call Prince Ojong at 240-350-1131. That's 240-350-1131.
We'll take you to La République du Cameroon, where we have Monsignor Samuel Kleda. He's an archbishop, but he is a herbalist also. We've told you before, most of the Western world, they started all these treatments using herbs. Then they take these herbs from Africa, they manufacture them, then they bring them back to Africa as finished products. Then we pay a lot of money for these products. So now is the time for us to start thinking that we have to start producing these herbs in our own continent. If we do this, we don't have to be spending a lot of money. It would even help us to have better balance of trade. Okay, instead of having deficits with most of these foreign countries, we'll produce the stuff in our countries because we own the stuff. And they may complain that, oh no, we don't really accept this because it's not been scientifically tested. Scientific tests are not something that are impossible for Africans to understand. Africa has a lot of scientists. Scientists always follow what we call the scientific method: observation, classification, and analysis. So science is not something that is strange to Africans. It's just that our traditional culture emphasizes tradition. Okay, but now we have to show these people that we can do the science. If China, a communist country, can get into capitalism and do well, what more of Africans? We can do even better. Capitalism, as China has shown, is not a culture. It's a mode of production. In fact, Max Weber, when I used to be in the university, My professor used to like the definition of capitalism set by Max Weber. It's a system of private enterprise that believes in the employment of the factors of production to create unlimited profits. So, capitalism is not a Western culture. No, it's just a way of producing stuff. It is a byproduct of the Industrial Revolution and the Agrarian Revolution. Okay? That's how capitalism came into being. The West has only improved on it. The Americans took it to dizzying heights. But it doesn't mean that Africans are not capitalists. Africans are capitalists. Even though we love living in communities, we are capitalists. And we need to prove to these Westerners that we can play the game of capitalism better. China has just done that, and they have started enslaving us. So we need to stop the Chinese slavery, then start producing these drugs ourselves. So that's what we want to tell you. Bishop Cleda of Cameroon, La République du Cameroon, is doing a good job. He's not selling the herbal cure, he's giving it away. Clevervit, that's the name of the herbal cure. You can even see what the bottles look like. He's a Roman Catholic clergy. We really like him a whole lot because he's really doing a great job and he's giving stuff away for free. And we hope the Cameroon government can try to help him, assist him so that they can research this stuff and produce stuff that can save the people. Similarly, we've also been looking at positive signs, what is happening in Ghana. And there's a lot of research in herbs going on in the country, and we have a video that we can show you. It's a long video. You see the way the government really intervened to help the people to start planting herbs in a farm so that you industrialize. So most of the drugs you're using today, just know that from my study of mysticism, these drugs come from herbs. They come from the bush. So we know a lot of this stuff. The only problem is we never really learned. After the burning of the Library of Alexandria, Africans never really developed libraries. Then the West came, conquered us because they had better technology, but they started telling lies to justify the conquering of Africa. We had stable societies, as people like Chinua Achebe and Wole Soyinka have shown in their novels. We had stable societies. Even in Ghana, you had stable societies. What history doesn't tell you is our forefathers, our ancestors fought heavily with these white people. What really happened was the white people had the gun and we had just bows and arrows. So they had better technology. So whoever has better technology wins, which is why I'm encouraging the youth of today to learn technology, to engage in technology. Because when you engage in technology, you can do better. So I like the example set by the government of Ghana, and I'll ask you to take a minute to watch the video which shows what they are doing with herbs.
Traditional herbal medicine, no doubt, plays a vital healthcare role in many communities in Africa. According to the World Health Organization, some 70% of patients in Ghana use herbal medicine. The neem tree, hibiscus tea, popularly referred to as sobolo, moringa, among other herbal remedies, have been used by many to cure different types of ailments. Despite this, it has received low consideration from medical experts, demanding more scientific evidence, especially with the outbreak of coronavirus. The center's vision is to make herbal medicine a natural choice for all. So what has been the center's contribution in finding treatment for COVID-19?
The president said we should get a treatment for the COVID-19. So because of that, we also decided to do our research into these areas. And we have done that. Our team of researchers have been on it. And what we are looking at is to make sure that we have treatment for dealing with the symptoms.
Thank you for watching what is happening in Ghana with herbs.
I'm at Favor. It's an African store by the neighborhood here, Bassville, in back of Maryland's farm. It's been a wonderful year for the past 2 to 3 years we have in this African store here, and it's helping us, and actually it's a good place for us to come and give us support and do some shopping here. The prices are reasonable and most of the stuff you can have It's universal.
One thing I love about this store, they are very consistent and they treat the customers very, very well. You come here, you see everything that you will need for your house.
So, based on what you've seen now, the guy now who is in charge of the World Health Organization is an African. His name is Tedros Ghebreyesus. He's an Ethiopian. He used to be the Ministry of Health, and he also used to be the foreign minister in Ethiopia before he became the head of the World Health Organization. This organization is supposed to campaign for an effective response to this coronavirus. But this guy seems just to be an ineffective politician, which is why you've seen that Donald Trump is on his case every day. In fact, Donald Trump, the president of the United States, has even decided to withdraw funding for the World Health Organization because the president of this organization, who is Tedros Ghebreyesus, he is too pro-China. When this outbreak happened, he went to China to visit President Xi Jinping. He came back and singing the praises of China. This was not only good news to the President of the United States, who knows that the United States provides the bulk of funding for this organization. But this guy is supporting China blindly. And look at what has happened. China doesn't have any transparency. China doesn't have any accountability. China molests its own citizens. So why do you think they will treat Africans better? China gives weapons to African dictators to kill their people. So why do you guys expect anything better from China? China doesn't care about human rights. So why do you think dictators will not love doing business with China? The West would always ask them, especially the United States, whenever they give aid or they give loans, they always make sure that everything is conditioned by human rights. But dictators do not like any donor who forces them to respect human rights because they don't believe in human rights. Dictators just believe in killing people. That's their job. So if you expect that they will stay with the United States and take money from the United States, then you don't really understand what is happening in the world. And so what is happening now? WHO is a big organization, but their president is not really using his power well. We understand that he plays a lot of politics. The African Union, which is hosted in Ethiopia, his home country, is behind him. A lot of the Europeans are also behind him. But America provides the bulk of funding for the World Health Organization. So how far can he really go? He's flexing his muscles, but America is not going to continue funding this flawed organization, and they're going to be affected, which is why the response to the pandemic has really been ineffective in the United States, because we don't really have good leadership. And we really praise the coming out of President Barack Obama. That's our boy. We're really happy he's back, and we think he's going to shake things up. He's going to shake things up, and we really like that because when we look at his days, Obama likes to win. Obama is a winner. Barack Obama is a winner. We know he's made some speeches this week for some of the high school graduates, but we're really happy he's back, and we think the election, the presidential election in November is going to be hot, because Barack Obama is going to be there. He's going to, even though he's not running as a candidate, but his hands are everywhere because he will make sure the Democrats win the White House. So it's going to be a tough battle, but we trust that Obama is very clever, so he's going to come up with some strategic ways for us to win. So at this juncture, we've shown you now that Africans are playing and winning the pandemic politics. So self-reliance is very good. So to tell you that we believe in self-reliance, we're also going to announce what we're doing.
Life insurance money secrets of millionaires and billionaires exposed. Discover how America's rich and famous exploit these arcane tools to build fabulous wealth. Why should these big white guys have all the fun? Let Prince Ojong, the celebrity author of The Miraculous Millionaire, show you the little understood life insurance way to riches. Are you still doubting the good things that life insurance can do for you? Trust strategies, estate planning, 401k rollover, annuity contract, cash value, education funding, executive benefits, income protection, life protection, living benefits, mortgage protection, tax-free retirement? Think and grow rich with life insurance. Your amazing journey to wealth begins by calling Prince Ojong at 240-350-1131.
Soon, we're going to bring out a product which can also help in documenting treatment by physicians. So even if you're a doctor and you want to document visits by patients, you can use our product to do that. And we're going to be offering this product for free. We call it Alexia HTC. Alexia HTC is a new EMR, EHR. EMR stands for Electronic Medical Records. EHR stands for Electronic Health Records. This technology is a web app which makes it possible to document what is happening to patients. You can do scheduling. Just think about it. Whatever you can do with major applications such as Epic software, Senna software, eMeditech software, you can even do it better with the Alexia software, Alexia HTC, which stands for Healthcare Traffic Control. We are planning to launch this product on December 25th, 2020. There's going to be a lot of fanfare. The product is going to be free for physicians to use. Instead of spending so much money to buy expensive products that are old, we're going to give you a web product which is HIPAA ready, okay? Which was built based on the new healthcare laws. So it's not some kind of old program. This is a web app which is designed for the internet. So it integrates with other stuff. So all the new technologies, social media, work very, very well with it. And that's what we want to do. We want all your physicians to have access to this product. Whether they're in the United States or they're in Africa, we want our people to benefit from this product for free. So if you are a member of the healthcare administration in your country, in Africa, we're talking to you. You can use this product to improve care in your country. When people start telling Madagascar that, oh, we don't really have documentation, with this product, you can document all your stuff. It's a fantastic product which was built for the web. It's brand new and it works better. And we think the difference between this product and the competitions like Epic, Senna, eMeditech is just going to be like Goliath versus David. The product is like David, but David is going to beat the Goliaths because David has better technology. As we've told you in the past, in the fight of self-help, whenever you have better technology, you win the war. Africa has been losing in the past because they don't have good technology. We rely on the West for technology. Now we want to empower the young African generation to have the technology so that they can fight and win the world. And that's what we're doing. In addition to our product, which we're going to be offering for free to doctors, we're also coming up with training to help the average African in different areas: entrepreneurship, real estate, insurance, information technology. So whatever kind of training you may be interested in, we're going to provide it to you. Because we have a lot of experts who are working with us to really provide this training virtually to anybody who needs it. Then we have all the technology to make virtual training possible. So we're going to take advantage of the power of the internet to make this knowledge available to our people. Because what has been separating us from the white people is the lack of knowledge. It's true, Africa is a cradle of civilization. But white people make fun of us because they feel like, okay, if you guys are the cradle of civilization, how come today you are backward? So instead of complaining, let's fight, get the training, and compete. So let's not complain. Complaining doesn't help us, which is why we're offering these classes so that you can take advantage of them and improve yourself and get a better job. If you're doing a small, menial job, this is an opportunity for you to improve your life and change your life for the better. Okay? You can get a big job in IT just from the training we want to give you. And we want to make sure that most of our people should benefit from this training. So just know that, keep the number 240 350-1131. This number is going to help you so that you can really call us and we'll discuss your needs so that you can benefit from this training. We also have classes that are going to be going on in pharmacy, like you can train to become a pharmacy tech. A pharmacy technician works in a pharmacy to help the pharmacist. Okay? So you'll be licensed. After we work with you, we'll help you get a license so that you can work as a pharmacy technician. For those who are in healthcare or nursing, we have courses too that we're going to be offering to help you polish up so that it's easy now for you to gain an advantage. Look at what is happening to Asians. So we want to replicate. We want to do the same thing because we want to fill our people in a lot of positions in healthcare, technology, and so forth. Because that's what the Indians did. If you go to a lot of companies, Indians are working there. You think that 80% of the people working there are Indians. It did not happen by accident. It's a plan. So that's our plan that we have put together, and we want our people to benefit from it. Okay? So don't sleep. We have to make this happen. We have to think and grow rich, develop new stuff, and we're really happy. People who make fun of us, black people have always been first in so many things. Africans have always been first in many things. We have some books, because I remember in some of the comments on our channel, because right now a lot of white people are watching our show. We don't have any problem with it, even though the show is really intended for Africans and African Americans and West Indians. But we cannot control who watches us. So most of the people want to watch us, they will benefit. So the only way you can do this is participate. Share the show with more friends, because if not, most of the white people will start watching the show and they'll be getting the benefit, whereas the Africans, the people who want to watch the show, are not benefiting. So we want to change that, okay? So share this show with many of your friends. Tell them to subscribe to the channel, because we're going to be coming with a lot of training that's going to help you and all your friends, okay? And before we end the show, we're going to say thank you to President Barack Obama, and we're going to present a special song for him as we close the show. So bye-bye. Thank you very much for watching.
Favorite International Food Store. African food costs too much money. Yes, we agree. In fact, that is why we opened Favorite International Food Store. 1. Price. Low prices every day. 2. Variety. Get everything you are looking for. 3. Customer service. Enjoy the best customer service. 4. Shipping station. We bring the food to you. Favorite International Food Store. We are African's Costco and Sam's Club. Retail, wholesale, online, offline. Act now. Experience Favor's freebies today. Call 301-595-3500. Favorite International Food Store. 11456 Cherry Hill Road, Beltsville, Maryland, 20705.
Blessed love and created. Drop this one for the American president. Barack Obama. Let's give Obama a vote. Come on, this is great. Let's give Obama some love. Obama is the one who can stand for a nation, rebuild our economy. Obama is a leader who can build America, free us from terrorism. Obama is the one who can lead our nation, saving our energy. Obama keep on building a new paradise. Africa will see my Obama, and you the rain. Obama, and you the rain. Obama, and you the wind. Let your futures don't depend on color. No matter where you're coming from, no matter what you do, let's unite and give it up. It's all love is a vision for the new generation. Many job oceans. I hope you understand. No matter where you're coming from, no matter what you do, just give it
Selling a service or a product? Need buyers? Use the African Nation TV as a channel to reach many viewers. Act now and call Prince Ojong at 240-350-1131. That's 240-350-1131. Act today.